Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm on my way to work, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something really quick. I want to talk about the psychology of fear. And I've got a couple of reasons that I want to bring this all together. One of them is because I have a number of people that I'm in contact with through some social media, Twitter, and some other places that I've come to know who have experienced significant psychological trauma as children. Many of these people have experienced ritualistic abuse, satanic abuse as children, and whether it be by their parents or another family member or someone else that they know, whoever the abuser is. I also want to talk about the fear of some of the stuff that's going on. Sorry, I got to put my sunglasses on. It's just really bright today. Whether it be, people attending a concert, or whether it be people just going to church on Sunday morning. I want to say first and foremost that whoever they are, they want you to be afraid. They want you to be confused. They want you to not be able to put your feet on the ground in a solid way and know where you stand. They want to alter your perception of reality to the point where you don't know what's real, so that you are forced to look to them for answers, which reinforces the fear, it reinforces the confusion, and it just continually perpetuates the game. So I also want to say that many of these people that I know, that the individuals that I'm talking about, likely move in a spirit of Elijah or a spirit of Joseph. And what I mean by that is a prophetic spirit, a prophetic nature, that there is some ingrained ability for them to hear the voice of God. And what happens in these situations, specifically, they are targeted by the enemy, and I'm talking about Satan specifically. They are targeted by the enemy in order to divert that prophetic spirit into a place of confusion and misunderstanding and fear. But I want to say that God did not give us a spirit of fear. He gave us a spirit of power, love, and sound mind. So any amount of confusion does not come from God. God is clear, and God does not change. And the other night, I was interacting with some of these people, and I just felt this overwhelming need to pray. I felt this overwhelming need to pray for them. And I understand absolutely how this game of fear works. And I am just as susceptible to it as any other person. Trust me. When I am not in a position of feeling that kind of fear at such intense levels, my thinking and my perception is more clear. And that would be in this case here. And I have to say that if this is something that you are suffering from, please reach out to me, and I would be happy. I would be honored to pray for you. I would be honored to pray deliverance over you. I would be honored to ask God Almighty to impart wisdom and peace to your spirit. The Bible declares that God so loved the world the entire world, every single person on the face of the earth, God loved so much that he gave his only Son, that whosoever, anybody that believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. That if you declare that Jesus is the Son of God, that he died on the cross and rose again on the third day and ascended to heaven and is now sitting at the right hand of the Father, that if you confess that with your mouth, that you will be saved. And what I mean by saved is that you will be transferred from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of life. And that is an eternal transferring. That when we pass from this life, this temporary wisp of time, that we will be dancing in eternity with the King of Kings. And the Bible declares that all of heaven rejoices when one person, comes to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And what I'm also wanting to say is that they, whoever they are, they want us to be afraid. They want us to stay out of church. They want us to stop living our lives and going to concerts or whatever it may be. I'm sorry for the noise. This road is really nasty. But God told us that in the end times, we would be handed over. Even by our family members, we would be betrayed and handed over for the sake of the gospel. We would face the sword. And that we should call it blessed. That we would face that kind of persecution. And my prayer for myself, for my family, for my friends, is that even if someone were to put a sword to the neck of my child, that I would not deny Jesus. And if you're not a believer in Jesus, you're not going to understand that. That's not going to make any sense to you. And that's okay. There will be mockers. Some would say, how could a good and loving God allow something like that? How could a good and loving God allow that these children would be abused and tortured? And I don't know, but all I can say is that in my own life and what I have gone through, I know now that I have gone through those horrific things so that I can speak hope to others. All of those things have happened, and yet God is still in control, and there is still hope. So, in all of these things, in all of these crazy, chaotic days, I mean, the world is, it's like birth pangs. It's happening faster and faster and more and more and more intense until the day that Jesus returns. And you can laugh at me all you want if you think I'm crazy. I assure you I'm not. But things are increasingly getting more and more crazy, more and more corrupt, more and more confusing. And the Bible declared that that is what would happen. And that when you see all these things, look up. Your redemption draws nigh. Jesus is coming. I don't know when. I'll leave that up to him. I just want to encourage you that if you are in a place of confusion and fear and anger and all of those things, reach out to me and I would be very happy to pray for you, to pray with you, to encourage you, and to just say, hang on. So I'm here. I gotta go. I've arrived. So I'm gonna wrap this up. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day.